This podcast contains lots of comments about dumb things that don't matter. Some of those things contain strong language. You have been warned. Try not to take life so seriously, and remember, everything you're about to hear is strictly hypothetical. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, boys, but we're going to have a little structure to this episode, unlike the last time when I wasn't available to rein you all in.
Oh my gosh, Cooper.
That's some good audio. Prepare for some extra doggy audio.
That's all right. We're a part ASMR podcast. Everyone's familiar with that at this point.
That good old dog breath ASMR.
It's mostly dog noises.
It's so calming. It makes my body tingle.
We had Andrew last week, and now we have Cooper this week. It's no big deal.
Destiny, I'm so glad you're back. It was a whole lot of fun. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you're the glue.
It's fun, like the teachers died and the preschool is unsupervised kind of fun.
Yeah, it's like 6-year-olds running around with Roman candles. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun, but we need an adult.
I loved last week's episode, but more so than listening to last week's episode, I loved listening to Michael screaming with laughter in the other room while you all were recording, and I could hear every now and again through his headphones you two coming through.
Wow.
And it was pretty good.
Pretty goofy. Yeah.
So I'm glad to be back. And welcome back, everyone, to Strictly Hypothetical, the podcast where we explore the wonderful world of what ifs, would you rathers, and other hypothetical situations. Michael, don't giggle. Don't giggle at Cooper.
I'm sorry, Cooper is like, oh, I won't be on the podcast.
He's so loud. He was just totally content napping, and the second I sat down, he's like, we're just gonna wrestle.
Cooper needs no introduction, but he is Steven's big, beautiful dog whose face keeps popping in and out of the screen with a toy in Steven's face.
You could probably hear him breathing a little bit.
I'm just watching my Audacity. Yeah, I'm watching my Audacity sound, and it's more Cooper breathing than me talking. So.
Well, although I am here this episode... Oh, I need to introduce us.
Oh, yeah. No one knows who we are, except for Cooper now.
No, I'm Destiny, the Wonder Witch. Part of this Trihost, I'm here with Michael.
Hello.
And Steven and Cooper.
Hello.
Today's episode, although I am back and my whip is at the ready, it's still going to be a pretty loosey-goosey fun episode, so...
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. No particular theme. I just kind of wanted this episode to be more like an escape from the holidays for people.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where we don't talk about the holidays and family and all the other stressors.
I was actually kind of dreading a Christmas episode. I was like, oh, I don't want to do it.
No, we won't do that. One thing that I did want to touch on that is holiday related, but this is a user submitted email that I received a few weeks ago. This is from our good friend, Emily Hibden.
Oh, hi,
Emily.
Out here in the Lou UK, the Lou KY.
Let's pretend she's from Britain.
She's not British.
We have listeners international, you know.
I'm going to read this email. We had asked everyone to send us any awkward encounters from your Thanksgiving, and Emily had one to share. She says, "Hi, friends. I just listened to episode 21, and an awkward thing that happened at Thanksgiving is that my family decided to hire a Santa to take pictures. Okay, whatever. Not that bad. My dad wanted my... What?
Go ahead.
Hold on. Sorry. How do you find a Santa? Like, that's what I want to know. Like,
I'm sure it's on Craigslist. Santa for hire.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
That sounds worse. Okay, why does the Santa have to be the photographer? Don't you normally take pictures with Santa? Is Santa taking the pictures in this case?
I think I missed that part. Did you say Santa's taking pictures?
It does say decided to hire a Santa to take pictures. I assume that's to take pictures with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
So... Let me continue this. My dad wanted my sister and I to go take a picture with him, and when we got next to him, both refusing to sit in his lap because we got weird vibes, he said, "Say whiskey. We can say that because we're adults." We laughed awkwardly, and then he says, "I love naughty little girls."
Oh.
Yep, Craigslist Santa.
Oh.
Okay, Santa. That's enough holiday cheer for me. My sister literally said "ew" out loud to him, so that was nice.
That probably got him off so hard. Like, that's what he wanted.
That is exactly why he had his posting up on Craigslist.
Yeah, I think their dad may have hired a stripper by accident.
They very well might have.
Or, I mean, definitely a sex offender.
Yeah, at least.
Thank you, Emily, for sending that in.
Yeah, maybe he's one of the guys that got released by Bevan.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
probably is.
I'm not trying to go there. It's the holidays. We're escaping from political conversation.
It's the holidays.
It's the holidays. So if they hired a Santa for Thanksgiving, who knows what they're going to do for Christmas. So I look forward to hearing more about this.
I would love to see them hire a baby New Year. It's some 40-year-old dude who dresses up like a baby. Oh, no. It's the same guy. He just shaved his beard and like shaved his chest and shaved his back.
Oof.
But like left the hair on his thighs there.
So who do you hire for New Year's then?
Valentine Cupid.
What?
Oh gosh, it keeps getting worse.
And then he comes back and he's Cupid wearing a tight little red G-string and some little wings.
Little wangs. If you're a wangling Cupid.
I love a naughty cherub.
Thank you, Emily, for sending that over. I'm sorry that you and your sister and probably your daughter and your husband were subjected to that.
That's horrifying. I really want to know more details after this
I know.
story.
I feel like there wasn't enough. Like, you got me hooked. I feel like this was like just the trailer to the feature-length film that is the creepy Santa, Thanksgiving Santa.
Like, how long did he stay after that? What was the conversation like afterwards?
Did he sit at the table? Did he eat?
That's true. How do you like end a Santa photo session that's not in like a JCPenney? Like when it's in your home, how do you just, all right, thank you, goodbye. Please never come back.
Get the fuck out of my house.
When he said, I love naughty little girls, Wes was desperately reading the contract that he signed. Like, what have I done? Who is this guy?
There was no contract. Are you kidding me?
It was 150 cash under the table. I'm sure of it.
Wow. That's special. Thanks, Em. I know who I'm calling as soon as we're done recording.
So we actually have 4 questions today because we got to get caught up.
Feeling greedy, aren't we?
And they're of no particular topic, so we're going all across the globe today. The first 2 questions are user submitted by the same person. This very first question that she sent in, she sent it back in April, and I believe it was a question we covered in the 3rd episode where we had some major audio issues, and we just redid that episode. And I think I forgot to put her question back in. So she's going to get 2 questions this episode. And this question comes from Asia. She is a coworker of Michael's and a good friend of ours.
Awesome.
She's super fun, and I'm excited to read her questions. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Asia's first question from April. Would you rather have the power of flight but can fly up to the speed of 30 miles an hour, or have the power of super speed but must sleep 8 hours immediately after you stop running?
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
So you can only fly up to 30 miles an hour, or have the power of super speed, but you must sleep 8 hours.
So super speed, how fast is that? Because I feel like running 30 miles an hour is pretty fast.
That would be, but I'm thinking like super speed, like the Flash.
Like hopping on the freeway and just like getting on the Autobahn and just like gunning it.
And just keep on going until you get back to your front door and you stop to pull out the keys and collapse for 8 hours right on your front porch.
All right, you sleep 8 hours on your porch.
Honestly, that wouldn't be so bad. I wouldn't have to deal with like traffic. Actually, I was going to say, if I had super speed, it would really help getting home after work, which I hate fucking rush hour traffic so much that I could just run and weave and bob in between all the cars and get home in no time. But then I have to sleep. I immediately get in the front door and I just collapse.
Right.
So Michael's not gunning for the Olympics here. He just wants his commute to be faster.
Yes, he does. But then doesn't your commute turn into then an 8-hour commute? Like,
oh, yeah. You're just out of commission. You're saving so much time and then losing so much time.
Yeah, I guess so.
So then if you had to fly home from work, you can only go 30 miles an hour. We live about 15, 20 miles from your work.
I feel like it would still get me home faster.
I think it would.
You wouldn't have to take turns. It's just like,
it
says, as the crow flies. And that would be me. I would have to dress up in a crow costume on my way home from work. And I would just fly home.
Even if it's slower, you're literally flying.
Right.
So that would be miles more entertaining than just driving however fast you want.
Hell yeah.
I think I would fly. That would just be cool.
I would fly. Absolutely.
How fun would it be to fly with like bags of groceries billowing in the wind behind you?
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine seeing that guy?
Oh, he's carrying them all on one flight.
Wow, he's overcompensating for something.
No, yeah, I think I definitely like flying.
That'd be pretty cool.
And plus, you wouldn't have to sleep for 8 hours right afterwards.
I know. Fly to work. Oh my gosh, what if we, instead of walking the dogs, fly with the dogs.
Oh my gosh, the dogs don't fly, so they're just dangling behind you. They're just like hanging from like their harness, just like flying through the air, scared as fuck.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's animal cruelty.
It's a cardio workout still. Their heart is literally pounding out of their chest, so it's still cardio for them.
And then they sleep for 8 hours from the sheer rush and panic.
From the sheer terror.
You could even, like, there's no one saying you have to just, like, rocket through the air. You could just float kind of 6 inches off the sidewalk in, like, a reclining position and just hover along while you're walking your dogs.
So we all decided that we chose the power of flight.
Yeah.
Destiny, is it okay if I take this question one step further?
I think, yes, that's fine.
So you have the option of when you're flying, you have to flap your arms the entire time, or kick your legs the entire time like you're swimming. Which one would you choose?
We can't just hover. We have to add like locomotion to this.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I think I'm kicking because you can like moonwalk and shit that way. The arm flapping, my arms are the weakest part of my body, I think.
They definitely are.
And you'd want to have your arms free to walk your dogs. I would pick kicking too.
Carry your groceries. Flip off other flyers.
Can you imagine trying to flap with groceries?
Yeah, that would be bad.
You could never buy eggs.
I'd have to double bag everything.
You could probably never buy liquids.
I got some cans of tomato sauce. They're going all over the place.
Yep, it's game over.
So, I think we just solved something.
Yes.
Hi, Cooper. So you know how you're driving and you see shoes hanging off of power lines?
Yes.
You think that's from the people that are flying that are kicking so hard that their shoes fly off, get tangled in the air, and then land on power lines? That's the only way that makes sense.
That is the only way that makes sense.
That's what it is, man.
There's no other way they can get up there.
No, I don't think so.
Yep, it's always in front of the house on the corner. That must just be where people flying live.
Right. It's like the bus stop for flying people.
Whoever lives there must be like a weed dealer. Tons of traffic.
There's a lot of in and out there.
And they're all flying high.
Where did you find another ball?
Cooper's still antagonizing Steven.
He's brought me every single toy he has. They're just piled up around me.
Oh my gosh.
We even ran, like, before we started recording, we ran around the back and, like, tried to get some juice out.
And then you slept for 8 hours.
Oh, buddy. Yep, I think kicking and flying is the way to go. And
yeah, I think so.
I like Des. She adds some style to it. You wouldn't just look like a doofus with your legs flailing. You could moonwalk. You could do all kinds of things. Like a little Irish jig.
Bicycle pedal.
And bicycle pedal, that'd be hilarious. Right. Look, you could just be going down the sidewalk, bicycle pedaling, nothing's there. People are amazed.
Also submitted by Asia. This one's going to make you think a little harder.
And their peers and all this stuff. But I never feel like anybody who is a complete expert in something is happy doing it.
Yeah.
At that point, it's like, oh, well, now I'm just working at this craft and it's work. Whereas, like, to be adequate at everything else, there's that learning process, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the fun part. Sometimes it's more fun to learn about doing something than it is to actually do it. Like, it was really fun to learn how to make a podcast. It's not fun making a podcast. I'm kidding. I love it.
And you would never want to be an expert at it.
The editing, I'm sure, gets tedious.
Honestly, I love the editing. I wish I could be editing more.
Oh.
But that being said, if that's what I did 8 hours a day, I know I would hate it. Destiny, what about you?
I'm distracted by that crinkly toy. He's like a cat right now.
Just chasing his tail, like, uncomfortably close to me.
No, I think here's the problem is, like, I want to be an expert at all things repair. In general, like, not like one particular type of repair, like automotive or whatever, just like repair in general.
Yeah.
But I think that would be too broad of a category to be an expert in.
Well, I mean, there's professional, like, handy people.
Yeah.
I would love to be a handy person. Do you know how much money they make to change a light bulb?
For rich people, like, a lot.
For rich people, yes. No, I think if I had to, I would be adequate. I like the adequate at everything.
Are you capped there forever? Like, can you keep practicing one of those?
I don't think you would be capped. I think that's your base level adequate. You're adequate at everything you try at. Like,
right. I guess you would never get better. Like, that's the thing, is you would eventually reach a point where you're just better than okay, and you never get further than that. And that would be kind of a bummer if you wanted to, expand on, I don't know, maybe one day, Steven, you become an adequate banjo player. You stop sucking at it so much, like eventually one day it clicks.
You can dream.
Eventually one day you're like, oh, I can play a song. But until that point, Steven, you're going to suck. And you're probably going to suck at playing banjo for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm. So this moment is my only chance.
Right.
To play the banjo.
Oh, boy.
It'd be fun if you learned our intro music on banjo, and then we could do like a banjo intro.
That would be cool. I'm going to have to fool around with that now.
Oh, yeah.
You've given me something to become adequate on.
That's exciting. I like the prospect of that. Yeah, I want to be adequate. I want to be adequate, at least as a base level.
That's the most depressing thing, I think. That's the most depressing statement I think I could ever hear someone say.
I don't think so. I
mean, it's realistic.
It's realistic, and like I always am weird with the idea of like wanting to be the best at something.
Right. Like Pokemon Master.
Or like, I don't know, billionaire. I don't know.
Expert billionaire.
Sports. Right. Expert sport.
I could be a master thief.
Oh, you could be.
I would never steal anything of value, but like there's something about like thievery that like really excites me.
You want to be a master rogue?
Right, yeah, like being able to like sneak in and like climb up the side of buildings.
You need a lattice, then you're just climbing up really romantically.
Yeah, just to break into people's houses. No, but I don't, that's the thing, I wouldn't break into people's houses. It would definitely be like
museum heists.
Yeah, why not?
Go big or go home.
Yeah, I want a big Norwal horn. Why does the museum get to have it? I want one. Where's my Norwal horn?
I want a big T-Rex bone.
Yeah, get a big T-Rex boner. I want one.
Yeah.
If I was an adequate thief, I would be caught immediately.
It's true. Adequate doesn't cut it.
But you'd also be an adequate escape artist.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like that'd be enough to get you away.
Ooh, I would also be an adequate sleight hand magician. So if they tried to catch me, I'd be like, what's that behind your ear? And I'd pull out a tiny knife, and then I'd be an adequate stabber, and I would stab the guy to death.
You would be. So see, I think adequacy is taking care of all the business here.
And as the guy topples over, bleeding out, he's just like, oh, that was sufficient.
I'm glad you weren't really, really good at this, or I'd be dead right now.
All right, boys, do we feel like we've answered this adequately?
I don't want to say yes, but I'm afraid the answer is yes.
Okay. Thank you, Asia, for those two great questions.
Yes, thank you, Asia.
This is our first question from an entire continent. It's really special.
Cooper.
Hey, go to your crate. Crate.
Is that how that works? You just say, go to your crate?
Yeah, he knows the word.
What? You could have said this entire time, and you haven't?
I was saving it for when he was literally trying to eat the microphone.
You were saving it for the middle of the episode and not the beginning of the episode?
Well, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Hilarious.
My dog's been trying to eat my microphone for 20 minutes. I guess I should send him to the crate.
Okay, question number 3. If you could be any flavor, what flavor would you be?
It's such a weird question.
If you and your being could be a flavor, what flavor would you be? I know right offhand.
So am I still me? I just taste a certain way, or am I like the essence of orange?
Oh.
I think the essence.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a little more existential, I feel like.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Okay, I already know what mine is. Can I share?
Spit it out.
Yes.
I would like to be flavored like that delicious tea throat coat with like a teaspoon of honey mixed in. That is like my favorite.
Girl.
Boy, that's not what I meant.
You're going to put my throat to sleep.
It's made of, we actually have some. I should go get it and read it. It's made of this weird bark that turns into like this really slippery, it's called slippery elm.
Slippery elm, yeah.
It's made with slippery elm, and it literally is like drinking an elixir. It's this weird texture and this delicious taste. I want that to be my essence. Michael, quit giggling.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of like. Anyways, you're gonna be like sleeping in the middle of the night. You're gonna wake up to me gnawing on your shoulder. My throat's just a little scratchy. I can't go to sleep.
So I like to think of myself as having an earthy essence with a little bit of sweetness.
Have you noticed that, is it Gatorade or Powerade? Maybe both. The names of their flavors don't indicate anything
what
at
it
all.
is,
right?
Yeah,
like Cool Blue or whatever.
Cool Arctic Blast, you know?
Like, what is that?
Solar Sweat, you know? Just like, what am I about to drink?
Solar Sweat. Fire Milk. What does that mean?
Fire. You know what? I would choose the flavor of the red and blue Kool-Aid, red and purple Kool-Aid mixed together.
Ooh, yeah.
What?
I want to taste like the 90s.
Oh, shit.
Was red the cherry or red as in fruit punch?
Red the cherry? We'll go with the cherry and grape.
Or black cherry?
Black cherry was the bomb. I changed my answer. It's black cherry.
Black cherry was the best. That was the best Kool-Aid flavor.
Steven, when you made Kool-Aid, did you put in less water than normal so that it was like overpowering?
More
like,
concentrated.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This is high concentrate.
right, you were on that hard shit. Oh my gosh, Cooper.
Yep.
Oh God, I wish we could record the actual video footage of Skype because that was the little alligator snapping up out of the corner.
He's shoving me down his throat like some slippery elm right now.
Oh my gosh. Whatever, Steven. You taste like ham right now, and he loves it.
Oh yeah. See, that's the other benefit of tasting like Kool-Aid. Every time somebody has a sip of you, they just say, "Oh yeah."
Oh,
like that guy's cool. Michael, what about you? Hot Cheetos or something?
No.
Hot Cheetos.
This one's hard, man, because I feel like I want to...
Michael tastes like a combo.
This is hard. I feel like I want to break off my body into different flavors.
Oh my. like right hand, left hand?
Yeah, sure. I mean, like a variety pack.
Okay. You're like a bag of the little sugar sticks that you dip in the powder.
Oh, Fun Dip?
Oh my God.
Fun Dip.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. I would just taste like Fun Dip.
What's that delicious snack mix that we always get when we travel?
Munchies?
Munchies.
Oh, fuck. If I taste like Munchies, I'd eat myself alive.
That's a good variety. You got the pretzels, the Doritos, Sun Chips, Cheetos.
Oh.
You get a little bit of every type of flavor, and the flavor is delicious.
I'm like feeling lightheaded right now just thinking about it. I need that. I don't know. My first initial reaction to this question was a very niche answer, and that is Nintendo Switch cartridges, like game cartridges. And hold on, don't interrupt, because I'll tell you, they do have a taste.
No one asked.
They do have a taste. Nintendo, the geniuses that they are, decided that to keep kids from eating these tiny, delicious-looking little chips, they would add this astringent flavoring to it that just dries out.
Is this true?
Yes.
It is.
Oh. Huh.
Steven, after this episode, I need you to go to your nearest GameStop and just say, hey, I just want to, I need to sample the platter before I buy anything. And then you try them all, and then you leave. But yeah, like, so anybody who's listening that has a Nintendo Switch with physical game cartridges, pop one of those little baby boys in your mouth and spit it right out. It is the grossest thing.
It's really horrible.
That's really interesting.
My cousin just got a Switch, and I was telling him, we were talking about it, and I just looked at him. I said, so have you licked a cartridge yet? And he had not heard of this, and he thought I was probably the craziest person on earth. And I was like, no, it's so that kids don't eat them, but you need to go home and lick this cartridge. Like, I need you to do this. I need to not be the only person I know that knows what this tastes like.
Children, don't put this in your mouth. Adults, you gotta put this in your mouth.
Please put it in your mouth.
That's a good one, Michael. So no one's ever going to eat you. It's like a defense mechanism.
So you don't want to piece yourself out? You're just going to be a Switch.
It's either that or it's
game.
Like a variety pack of hummus. Like, you got the olive tapenade on my left hand, you got the roasted garlic on my right, you got spicy sriracha between my toes.
Give me some of that toes.
Gotta get some of those toes.
Welcome to Strictly Hypothetical, the podcast where we explore the wonderful world of edible toes.
Where we explore the wonderful world of Michael's body.
I just keep thinking of hummus smeared all over you, and I do not like it.
It's all matted up in my armpit hair.
Or the smell. You might smell a little bizarre.
Yeah, it would smell like hummus.
Covered in hummus, garlicky, olivey, fiery
Be a
hummus.
walking bean dip.
I had a pizza once from this local
Weird
joint
flex,
here.
but okay.
They just once, never again. No, and it was some type of Mediterranean jam. It was delicious, but there was so much garlic. Like each slice probably had like 4 individual roasted garlic cloves, not just like bits, and it was heaven on earth eating it. But for 4 days at least, it just eat, and I ate the entire pizza. It was a large, so
it literally like seeped back out of your skin.
Living with yourself was probably a nightmare.
It was bad. Even taking a shower, I still smelled garlic in the shower after taking. Yeah, like it was terrible.
I think you still taste like garlic because Cooper is all up on you right now.
I swear.
The boy's trying to get to that Tootsie Roll center.
I do my best to like limit sounds and background noises, and no matter
Bullshit.
what I do, I have a baby or a dog or birds or car alarms or fireworks.
That one time that bird started cawing in the background, I couldn't have asked for a better soundtrack to our show, honestly.
Go to your crate.
Go to your crate, Cooper.
Go to your crate.
Uncle Michael
and stay
demands
there.
it.
Oh, he just closed the door to his crate and he's staring at me.
Oh.
We have one more question, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Your final cue of the evening. What words sound naughty, but they aren't at all?
Dongle.
Dongles.
Excuse me, sir. Can you point me to your dongle section? Where do you keep your dongles?
Moist.
Moist is notoriously gnarly.
It's naughty, it's gross, it's anything you want it to be other than just a passive word.
And now 70% of our listeners have signed off from this episode, unsubscribed, and deleted their podcasting app. Thank you, Stephen.
They've thrown their phone in the garbage can, set fire to it. I'm surprised Michael didn't just pull out a like small volume that he keeps in his pocket.
Right next to all my dongles and doodle sacks.
Doodle sack.
I think that's my favorite thing I've learned on this podcast.
Doodle sacks.
Doodle sack just really does me right.
Can't go wrong with a good doodle sack.
I Googled this to help us with some of these words. Are you all familiar with the term mastication?
Yeah, I'm very familiar with the word.
Tell me about it, Michael. Tell me what you think mastication is.
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Mastication? Oh, you want to know about it? Well, I'll tell you. You came to the right place to learn about mastication.
It's the first step in digestion.
It's the first step in digestion, and you know what the second step is?
It's chewing, Michael.
Oh, I know what it is. I'm a master masticationator.
I was waiting for more. He just kept drawing it out.
What the hell? Okay. Here's something I haven't heard before, but is evidently a thing. I don't think I can say without laughing. A sea puss.
Oh, I know all about sea puss.
A sea puss is a...
I don't want... hold on. I don't want to know what it is. I want to live in this fantasy. This fantasy puss. Is it salty?
It might be.
Is it fishy?
It might be.
Oh boy, it's moist.
Is it moist?
It is. It does involve the sea, which is salty, fishy, and moist.
Can I masticate this sea puss?
I don't think you can.
Oh, you don't think I can?
Is it because he doesn't have enough gumption, or is it impossible?
I think it would be impossible.
Okay.
It would be impossible to masticate a riptide or an undertow.
A sea puss?
A sea puss.
Could you imagine someone be like, sea puss got me. Help, the sea puss.
What degenerate came up with that name? When you've got perfectly usable words for that already.
Give me some more. I want some more.
Ooh, uvula. Everybody knows what a uvula is. That one's pretty gross sounding.
Oh, yeah, I masticate on my uvula every once in a while, if you know what I mean.
I know someone who could get it on their tongue. Like, it was so long.
What?
Yeah.
Are you lying to me right now?
No, I swear I'm not. It was really repulsive, but they looked like a little frog or something.
Little tonsil dongle.
What about a Tertus maximus?
I produced a Tertus maximus before we started recording. What's Tertus maximus mean?
It's a Tibetan blackbird.
Huh.
This poor bird, this Tertus maximus, is found in the Himalayas.
What's it look like?
I have no idea.
Because I'm picturing the nastiest looking bird I've ever thought of.
Ooh, when I think about the Himalayas, I experience pillow erection.
Oh, pillow boner.
Pillow. P-I-L-O. Pillow erection.
Mm-hmm. I know what that is.
What is it?
Oh, you want to know what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go again.
Okay, we're not doing this again.
A pillow erection is when your hair stands on end.
Oh.
It gets erect. Words are cool. All right, well, you all, obviously, your minds aren't in the gutter today.
I really thought Michael was going to shine for this.
I'm sorry to let you down. You know, some days you step up to the mic and you got a mouthful of bangers.
You're just adequate.
Other days you come up to the mic and you just, the C-puss got you, you know? Oh, what about a namby-pamby?
Oh, memby-pemby.
Would you like to hop in the sack for a good old round of the namby-pamby? What about smell fungus?
Smell fungus?
Collywobbles? Snollygoster?
No, these are just, did you just Google fake words?
No, these are real words. Bibble. Fard.
These are not naughty words.
I know, these are just funny words.
He's kind of saying them in a way, though.
Okay, let's see if I can make these words sound sexy. You ready?
I can't even get it out.
I need quiet, please, in the audience. Mugwump. A mugwump is a person who is aloof or truly independent in political matters.
Oh, God. Oh.
Skedaddle. It's to depart quickly.
Oh, at the very end there was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a little inflection.
Was it a little doozy? Troglodyte.
All right, great work, boys. I hope this serves as a good distraction to everyone as they survive the holidays. And please continue to send us any weird family happenings. If your family hires a Santa Claus, I just need to know why.
I need to know who your family paid to have you sit on their lap. I have to know.
Yes, I'm checking our local Craigslist now. But thank you all so very much for listening. Please send us anything you want, questions, suggestions, scenarios, comments, concerns, whatever, to our Instagram at the SHPod, or shoot us an email, strictlyhypotheticalpod@gmail.com. Please subscribe to us so that we know you're out there listening to us, and we appreciate you listening. And this episode will come out... When, Michael?
Whenever it does. But
whenever it
finished
does.
with it.
I have an announcement to make.
Mm.
It's probably only exciting to me.
I think it's pretty exciting.
It should already be out. By the time you're listening to this episode, I have gone back and I have completely re-edited episode 1 of Strictly Hypothetical.
Wow. Is that the thing you said you were working on?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing when we were editing the first episode, and it tends to be the place where a lot of people start. And so if you've listened to that first episode, please go back and listen to it, because there's even stuff in there that I cut out from the first one that I left in this time, and I think it's pretty fucking funny.
So is it stay in the order? Like it remains in the first place?
Yeah, so the original episode will be completely replaced by this new edited episode.
Okay.
It sounds a lot better.
It sounds better. It's not perfect. There's still a lot of dog clicking around in the background, and there's only so much you can do. But I'm really happy with how it's sounding in comparison to the first edit. So go back, listen to it, and share it.
Yeah, and now we can tell people, if you're going to start somewhere, you can start at episode 1, because for the longest time we were not telling people that.
Yeah,
so.
it was hot garbage. But when you dig through the garbage long enough, you're going to find someone's checkbook. And that's all I'm saying. So, people are throwing away old checkbooks that are still good, but you got to dig through the diapers and the banana peels and the C-puss until you get to that checkbook.
Well, awesome, man.
I know, it's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
Thank you all for listening. We hope you do have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, general holiday, and that you survive it in one piece. Always remember to flex your hypothetical muscle, because you never know when
Santa Claus is going to be on the lookout for some naughty girls.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Love you, toodles.
He's shoving me down his throat like some slippery elm right now.